What's up, Raw Talks TV? So, you guys literally, I just felt led to talk about a little bit about entrepreneurship. Like, I don't think that people really talk about what it really all entails. Like, people make it seem so easy. Welcome to Raw Talks TV. I'm your host, Lenore. And here is where the people connect to the story. To start a business, people make it seem like it's so easy, like it's going to, do really well immediately. And it doesn't. I create brands, businesses, and I implement projects and events. That's what I do naturally. And I just feel like nobody prepared me. A lot of the stuff that was required of me to start a business, I had no clue of. So just to go over this, like, God gave me a vision. He told me, I want you to create this business. This was back in January 2018 of the company called Lenore Inc. So I was like, okay, cool. It's going to be a consultant and event company. Boom. Found the EIN number, researched it, found that it was free. And then over time, I just started learning like, okay, well, you need to make sure that this name is not somewhere else. So then when I was Googling and stuff, I found out like, that somebody had Lenore Inc. So I had to go and file a DBA, which is doing business as the Lenore Inc. So putting the in front, it changed it from somebody operating in my same capacity with the same name. But they really wasn't doing the same thing I was doing, so which was good, but I still wanted a different name. So going through that, learning about websites, learning about domain names and domain availability, because not all the time will your website, like the company name, be available. Somebody may have a little, like, say for instance, it was like www.cheesemac.com. Like if that was the name of your company, Cheesemac, and somebody has the domain already, you can't get it. Also, even entering the domain name in the search box and not having the funds available to purchase it right then and there, when you go back to purchase it, they amp up that fee just a little bit, especially if your domain name seems like something catchy or would do well. And I'm glad I learned that early on. So when I did put my domain name in there, I could immediately purchase it. And I purchased all my domain names through GoDaddy. And I remember I tried to get it transferred to Weebly, and I just didn't like the system at all. And it's just transferring it to different host websites. That's like a whole thing in itself. But just the process of becoming a business owner, not, having money saved up initially to do the things that you want to do, not having another source of income to support what you're doing, or not having investors, that's a lot, and then having things in place to really get the grants that you want. Nobody's talking about that stuff. They're like, apply for grants, apply for loan, but there are certain criteria that you have to meet on your own as a business owner before they can even extend a grant or a loan to you. So it's like so much when it comes to like starting a business. And I feel like I want to be able to create a space where I can educate people on the things that I've learned thus far, even though I'm still in the process of building my company, building my brands, but I've learned a lot. I learned a lot about marketing, advertising, what social media platform is good to build on, marketing your brand before you even launch your product. If you have like something, worth, your services worth launching as far as products are concerned, hats, services, whatever, cups, mugs, whatever your product is, building that brand awareness beforehand. So I was just sitting here thinking like, these people really need to know that it's not easy, but you can't give up. And there's times where I had to revamp, recreate logos, go back to the basics, sit with myself, let the company or the idea sit for a while before I'm even like, okay, let's do this thing again. So I just kind of wanted to like provide this little blurb. So if this is something like you're more interested in and you want to know more about it, I can definitely do a part 2 based off like what you like. Okay, you go a little bit more deeper into this, because I got a wealth of knowledge and it's a whole bunch up here. But I was just thinking about that, like I wish people would know more and people stop marketing it as, start a business overnight and then it's gonna boom. No, especially if you don't have financial literacy, a CPA, like, you know what I'm saying, understand what accounting is, what QuickBooks can do for you, how to file an LLC, you know, how to differentiate between the S course, a C course, all those different things. Like, it's a lot. A registered agent, like, guys, it's so much. So I just want to provide this information for y'all. Hopefully it's beneficial. Hopefully, like, yeah, go more in depth on that. I need to know more about that. I'm more than willing to help y'all, okay? I love y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and drop those comments in the descriptions below. Drop those comments in the comment section below. Peace out.